call if...
Leaving already? I saw your call, hun. I didn't pick up because I intended to come out here anyways. I thought you said you couldn't make it to the den. A change of plans. I'll pretend to believe that. It means I have a feeling you wanted to see me, but you don't want to admit it. I'm well aware you could still leave if you wanted to, yet I can't help but notice how you're still standing here, talking to me. You know you don't have to be here if you don't want to. I extended an invitation for you to meet my pack. That doesn't have to happen tonight, though. I never said I wanted to get rid of you, hun. In fact, having you here in front of me is something I could get used to. So, if they want to look out here, I say let them watch. I've got nothing to be ashamed of, not with you. What? Did you expect me to act differently because I'm at the den? I'll have you know, I'm on my best behavior at the moment. At least for the time being, that is. How come you didn't knock? Before you called, you didn't knock. If you had, someone in the pack would have let you in. I'm asking why you didn't. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't think I can hear you over the noises inside the den. Why don't you speak up for me? So you did miss me after all. Hey, look at me. I miss seeing you too. I'm glad you decided to come after all. Of course, ask away. Well, that depends. There's plenty of things I could do to you right here if you wanted, but I think my pack would come looking for me after not too long, so it's probably a good idea if we head inside. Are you sure you're good to go in now? I won't take offense if you need a minute to mentally prepare. Alright, if you insist. Have you had anything to eat since you got off of work? Alright, so that's a no. Come on, I'm taking you to the kitchen. That way, we'll get something in your system before you're thrown to the wolves, both figuratively and literally. Okay, first off, you're a guest of the pack tonight, which means what's ours is yours. Second, the appetite of a shifter is bigger than most people, stagnant or otherwise. We always have food when we host events. We make sure there's plenty to go around. I promise it's not going to be an issue. It's just down this hall. I doubt we'll find anyone in there at the moment. I think most of the pack is scattered through the den.
I never said you had to stop.
Or busy making out with their partner in the kitchen.
Hi, Serena.
Any particular reason why you're on the counter, Nova?
Well, I thought I saw something on Doll's face. I figured this was the easiest way to take a closer look. Oh, who's this? Their field doesn't feel like a shifter's.
Care to introduce yourself, hun? Nova, this is a friend of mine. I'm sure Bates mentioned them to you by now. We've had conversations here and there. Of course I talk about you to my pack, hun. Why wouldn't I? You're not something I'm willing to hide. That's a fact I can assure you of. Hun, this is Nova, and this is Bait. Trust me, you'll hear that far more than their actual name around here. Oh, and Nova, they understand the circumstances surrounding your relationship. They're not going to disclose it outside of the den. I wouldn't have brought them around here otherwise. You have my word.
I appreciate the reassurance, though I wasn't worried or anything. You'd never given me a reason to doubt your judgment, Serena.
Careful, Nova. Keep saying things like that, and I might have to steal you for a night or two.
I mean, if you give me a time and place, I think Doll would be willing to share. No need to beg.
By the way, I think Declan was looking for you earlier.
Oh shit, really? Did he say why?
Something about trying to find enough players for a game, I think.
Fuck, I have to go find him. Baby doll, I'll come find you later, okay? I love you so much, I'll see you in a bit. It was nice meeting you, by the way.
Bye, Nova.
Bye, Serena.
How long were the two of you hiding out in here? I'm not surprised. Though, I will admit, I expected to find you two gossiping somewhere. Of course you were. Now will you move aside? You're standing in front of the food. I'm ignoring that because you only call me Beta when you're trying to get a reaction. Hun, help yourself to whatever you'd like. Bae, if you're gonna start interrogating them, it would make more sense to get them alone first. Or at least wait until I'm not around. You do realize I'm not above kicking your ass with them right here. We fought in front of Carter before. This would be nothing. Look, I brought them to the kitchen so they could eat. Give them a chance to actually do that. Hey, hun, let me squeeze past you for a second. Do either of you want anything from out of here? Cool. Bae, quick question. Are you and Charlotte handling the blood delivery tomorrow? Char said they weren't sure if they would be available or not last I asked. Alright, let me know if anything comes up beforehand. Yeah, we take on all kinds of jobs. Some are planned and carefully coordinated in advance, like this delivery. But we get plenty of calls and requests at random, which is why the codes work so well. Yeah, the codes. Why do you look so lost? Wait, you're serious? Have I really not explained those to you yet? Shut up, Bait. If I had realized they didn't know, I would have told them sooner. Hun, have you ever wondered how we stay under Face's radar despite being well known around the city? Trying to hide the pack from Face wouldn't be feasible. So instead, we hide in plain sight. From the outside, it looks like our pack offers consultations on various topics. In reality, though, the topics function as codes, each indicating what kind of aid you're requesting. Those who are more familiar with what we do can be specific with their request, which makes our job easier. And with consultations as a cover, we can function under the guise that we're a business, and Face can't do a damn thing about it. Impressive, right? Carter's the one that came up with the idea once the pack was starting to get its footing. The codes are more so for those requesting aid, but we use the codes too when circumstances call for it. Sometime soon, I'll sit you down and walk you through what they all mean. That way, you'll know how to reach out to the pack in case of an emergency. I know you already have my number, but it's good to have backup options, especially in the event you can't reach me. Now, speaking of Carter, I was supposed to go talk to them before you got here. Do you think it'll be alright if I leave your side for a bit? Babe, do you mind taking them around to meet some of the pack while I'm gone? Especially since I can tell you're itching to go find Nova already. You two have fun. And I'll be sure to see you later. Boo. Hey there, hun. By the looks of that smile, I'm guessing you miss me a little. That's real cute coming from someone who claimed otherwise earlier. And that's what I thought. I'm sorry about that. I meant to come find you sooner, but I lost track of time talking. How come you're wandering around on your own? Everything good? Hey, look at me, hon. Is something wrong? Oh. You could have told them you needed a break. It wouldn't have been rude, I promise. I've got an idea. Go upstairs to one of the spare rooms. It'll be fine. Everyone else should be down here or out back right now. I'd be joining you in a few minutes anyways. This will only take a few minutes. I mean it. See? Told you I wouldn't take long. Do you want this door open or closed? Got it? Here. I figured since you were talking to people for a while, you could use something to drink. I know we're up here so you can take a breather, but how was it? Talking with my pack, I mean. No one gave you a hard time or anything, did they? Well, it's good to hear. Did you expect my pack to be a certain way? I guess that makes sense from the perspective of a non-shifter. From my perspective, traditional pack culture is arguably rigid and distant. Majority don't deal with non-shifters at all, and they're usually married to this strict idea of what an alpha should be. When Carter and I set out to form a pack, we wanted to do things differently. Even now, with all the work we do, the pack has never felt like a business. It feels like a family, but more so in a community kind of way. Like, we're all looking out for each other while looking after the city too. Being beta means I get extra responsibilities, but it doesn't change the fact that I go to bat for everyone in this pack. Yeah, even bait. We're good friends despite the rations of shit we give each other. I'd argue they deserve it with how often they stress my life getting injured on jobs. You know, when Carter first asked me if I'd form a pack with them, I didn't know what to think. My mom and I had never been part of a pack when I was younger, so I wasn't sure what to expect. Neither did Carter, all things considered. But They always made it feel like we'd figure it out together. I never felt lost as long as they were by my side. And, unfortunately for them, they've been stuck with me since. Close feels like an understatement given all they know about me, not to mention all the things we tend to talk about. I mean, I talk to Carter about you all the time. Now, why do you want to know something like that? All I'm asking is how badly you want an answer. Well, if I'm being honest, I tend to talk about how I enjoy my time spent with you. Sometimes I'll give small updates on how you're doing since you and Carter met before. Otherwise, I keep my more passionate thoughts to myself. Is that your way of asking for an answer or a demonstration? Come here, on my lap. When I talk about you to someone else, I'm busy thinking about you on your knees, looking up at me. Or the way your breath hitches when my hand finds its way into your hair. But this close? There's several things I could do to this body of yours. Would you like a demonstration? Do you think you can stay quiet? Good. Hey, it's me. Did you need something? Tell him I'll be down in a minute, alright? Sorry about the timing, hon. Mind letting me up? You can stay up here as long as you want. There's no rush, I promise. But if you need me for anything, all you have to do is ask. See you around, hun.